Alright, I'm about 80k into my ride today, and I'm just entering a place called Chaplin, which is about 80k outside of Swift Current. And I've just come across these flats, and I think these are what Mike said were the salt flats. But literally all around me, it just looks like I'm driving into snow on the side of the road. And you can see over there, they must be some type of plant where they're processing it all. Big tractor up there on the hill plowing it all around. Okay, so this is my first flat tire of my entire trip. I've driven about 1,500 kilometers, and this is my first flat tire. So I just happened to look down at my back tire, and it was definitely just flat. So I pulled over on the side of the road about 2 minutes up the road, and I started to change the tire just over on that side of the road, and the mosquitoes just started to eat me alive. So I pumped my tire up with my pump there and managed to get, just like I said, 2 minutes down the road where this little turnaround spot is between the two divided highways. So this is where I'm currently gonna fix my flat. I noticed a few little dings in my tire there. I must have went over some glass or something like that, but I think I'm doing pretty well. So I'd say it's probably gonna take me at least 15-20 minutes to change this tire over. About 90k into my ride, and then I'll be back on the road. Well, that took a little longer than I expected. That was brutal. Okay, my trying to get that tire on was just next to impossible. Basically, the way the tires are, there's a little bead that runs around the outside of the tire, and if those things aren't stretched enough, or if they're too tight when they manufacture them, it's just, you're really trying to latch on to pull the tire to get it locked into the rim. So I battled that. I literally looked like I just went to war. My legs are all cut up, dirty. Cut my hand sort of, I'm not gonna say quite badly, but some blood. My fingers are just like almost like black, just from all the grease and all that stuff. So that was not fun, and I thought that was only gonna take 20 minutes. That was probably easily a 40-minute job, which definitely set me back. And considering I was late on the road today's gonna be a long day. So it's approaching 1 o'clock, and I only have 90k in, and I still have easily another 70k to go. And if I really decide to push it and try to make it to Regina, I won't be getting there till 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. So, not sure what I'm gonna do. The weather's nice. The winds are all right. The winds are still from the east, but some dark clouds rolling in, and the guy at the gas station about 3 hours ago told me we were in for a major storm. So I'm just gonna keep trucking along here and see how far I can get. 20 after 3 in the afternoon. Feeling pretty trashed. 150k down. Still got about 20 more to go to get to Moose Jaw. And I've had a few barriers today. I was a little late getting away than I anticipated, so I didn't leave, basically hit the road till about 8. And then as you know, I got a flat tire, and that slowed me down by about 40 minutes. And the road conditions aren't the best. They're a little bumpy. It's sort of an older road, so haven't been going quite as fast as I would like. I also have a easterly wind today, so I've been averaging an average speed of 25 kilometers an hour. And yeah, it's just been a long, tough day. I was half thinking about trying to make it to Regina, but that would still add another 2.5, 3 hours to the ride. So I just can't see pushing that. So as it is, it's probably going to be about 170 kilometer day for me today. And by the time I get to my accommodations, it's going to be 4:30 anyways. And by the time I get to the grocery store, food, shower, it's going to be about time I'm ready for bed. So it's been a long, tough day, but my spirits are still high, and feel like I've got back into the rhythm. My body physically feels great. I really had a good few days there staying with Caitlin and Mike. Thank you so much for having me in your home. I was sad leaving this morning. I really just had an awesome time with you guys, and the hospitality was top notch. So thanks again, guys. I really enjoyed my stay. Definitely miss seeing you guys, and can't wait for you guys to someday want to be back on the East Coast. So I got about 20 more K to go. I'm gonna push on, and yeah, the saddle sores those are the only things that are bothering me. The saddle sores, legs, mind, everything feels good, but just the old butt feels a little sore. So hopefully that will subside here in the next week or two. I'm gonna consider myself lucky right now. All day I was trying to run away from these clouds, and they finally caught up to me. Nothing huge, but getting a little water on me right now. But to be honest, it actually feels good. It wasn't an overly crazy hot day, maybe 20. Nice cloud coverage, which is perfect for cycling, but this rain doesn't actually feel that bad. You know, I sort of get spoiled with all this great weather. Rain's not too bad. I just don't want it all day, but I can handle it for the next 20 minutes. Alright, final video of the evening. I've made it to my homestay, and this is Glenda. And Glenda, thanks for having me into your beautiful home.
Oh, you're very welcome. And so since you're in Saskatchewan, and we have a famous berry in Saskatchewan called Saskatoons, I thawed some because they won't be ready till the end of July since it was such a cold winter. But these are out of my backyard, and these are Saskatoon berries, and they're, as you can see, they look a lot like a blueberry, but they're drier because this is a dry part of the country, and they're quite dense and seedy, but they taste very good and they make the best pie in the world. But since that wasn't something you could eat, I just have plain Saskatoon berries for you.
Well, as a fruitarian and someone who follows a fruit-based diet, I never even knew Saskatoon berries existed.
Well then, I'm so glad you've learned something new today.
But I'll tell you something, do you know that you could try a different fruit every single day for the rest of your life and not try all the varieties of fruit in the world?
Well, I didn't know that, so there you go. Now we've each learned something
Yeah,
today.
And you've made an incredible feast here, and I actually just went to the grocery store, and look what they happen to have at the grocery store, persimmons. So I didn't think I'd be having these until August, so I had 10 of these on the bike ride over, and now I'm gonna feast on this amazing meal that Glenda's made me. So she's made me a pot of rice, and she's made me some vegetables on the barbecue. So Glenda and I are gonna sit down and feast on this wonderful meal. Thank you so much for having me into your beautiful home, and I look forward to sitting down with this meal with you and getting to know you.
All right then.